Today I'm going to show you how to set up your video to get the most views on YouTube. You've started your adventure. Now you have a story to tell. But how? This is your show, RV Media Creators. I'm Garrett, and in this community we will show you how. So let's show the world your story. If you haven't watched last week's video, make sure you go check that out. I go through all the tools you have available in the YouTube studio. It's a fantastic video. Today, I wanted to go into the nitty-gritty of what you can do on your video itself, including the end screen, cards, tagging, title and description, and thumbnails. It's going to be a good video. Come join me. Let's look at some of the options that you have while you are uploading a video. I did go over some of these during my Essentials of YouTube series, and you can go watch that if you want to as well. Now here you have the ability to see your details, analytics, comments, and you have your other options. We'll click on details. You'll have your title here. You have your description, and you can see I have my Essentials of YouTube series posted there. I have my music that I used. You can have 5 or 7, I think, hashtags on your video, but it'll only show the first 3. These are the hashtags I use for my channel. You have your thumbnails. You can use a thumbnail that was auto-generated, or you can create your own. You can also select if the video is made for kids right here. Down here is your tags. Tagging is very important. Tagging is one of the things that the YouTube algorithm uses to determine if this video is a match to someone's search. If you don't put anything in the tagging, it makes it harder for YouTube to figure out if someone else wants to watch your video. You have the ability to use 500 characters for tags. I recommend that you try and go as close to those 500 tags as you possibly can, making sure to keep it relevant. You don't want to go 1988 Mercedes-Benz when you're doing a video on making a vlog. And then you can also put a lot of the keywords that you see in your title down here in the description. You can put either creating and editing vlog style, you can write a little blurb about it here, you know, things like that. The next item you should look at is your analytics, and you can view your analytics the same, but just per video, not the entire channel. Now your editor, you can actually make some changes to your video in the YouTube studio. It's very limited. You can add an end screen, you can make your music video. I wouldn't really consider this an editor per se, but if you need to tweak something on the video, you have this option here that you can add a blur. So let's say you want to blur someone's face out in the video that they didn't want to be in the video. You can actually do it here in the editor and edit that portion of the clip right there. That gives you those options. Down here you have the comments, and no one's commented on that video. Subtitles, same thing. Back to details. The last section I want to go over for the video menus are, seeing what more options. You can do recording date, potentially hold inappropriate comments, allow live chat to replay. Now down here, let's say you have a video that has a product placement. Now for smaller channels, you'll probably never get something like that. But if you do, make sure to say this video contains paid promotions such as paid product placements, sponsorships, or endorsements. If you click that, just to make sure that you have everything in order that you need, so your video doesn't get like demonetized or whatever. There's just more options, especially if you're getting into more paid content, sponsorships, things like that. You'll want to make sure all of that stuff is correct. Your visibility, I normally have it on unlisted. When you make it public, unless there's some very specific reason why you need to take a video down, don't take it down once it's gone public. Even if it doesn't perform well, it could be picked up later in the future. Once you are ready to publish a video, you can say publish, and you can schedule it for a release. When you do that, it allows you to use the Premiere function, which is also right there. It'll a little box that says Premiere. And then it also allows you to schedule a video for release. So let's say you have a video that you want to come out next week. You can keep it unlisted until next week and then schedule it to be released at that time. You have the ability to add cards. Cards are really cool because you can do things like do a poll. So if you're asking a specific question on your video, you can add a poll saying, is this something that you like? I'll put a poll up right now. Check that out and see if you like this poll. You can also promote another channel. Now these are put in as the little card that comes up here in the corner. What ends up happening is that once you create that card, you put it on the timeline where you need it to be put, and when that time comes, you see the little box come up saying whatever it is you want to say, promote a channel, a video that you want someone to click on. Now, one thing to be considerate of, not to put a card too early on your video, because that'll take them away from the video into the other video. That'll lessen the watch time on that video. So your average view duration will drop. When you're finished, just close the tab. Then the last one here is your end screen. End screens are fantastic. I believe that you should use them on all your videos if at all possible, because if someone comes to the end of your video, and they might be interested in clicking on something else. When you do that, you can show your grid. You can use a bunch of templates. There are a number of them. I like to use a video, my channel icon. You can click on that and subscribe to your channel from the end of the video. Now, I also like to have my Essentials of YouTube series so that people can go and see the basics of making their own YouTube channel, which is the whole goal of this channel, is to help you tell your story on the road. And then all of that can be done before you go live on your video. That's why it is so important to have your visibility set to unlisted or private before you release it, so that you can get all of this done before you send your video out there, which ups the chance that your video will be seen by somebody else. There are some amazing tools available like TubeBuddy or vidIQ that can help you figure out the best tagging, the best titles, and things like that for your video. One caveat I do want to mention in this whole video, just doing titles, description, tagging, and all that is not necessarily enough to get your video thousands upon thousands of views. There are myriad of factors to consider when coming up with the video, things that are more popular, that are more relevant. More people are going to view videos that are more relevant. Just keep that in mind. Other things that YouTube considers when determining where they rank your video include your watch time, your subscribers, basically your overall reach of your channel. If your channel only has 10 to 15 subscribers, your video will not be pushed as much as someone with maybe 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. The biggest thing to consider, really, make the best video you can, do things that you are passionate about, and just have fun. I am going to make a video shortly on TubeBuddy so you can understand what tools are available for you there. Join me next week as I show you the YouTube Studio app. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And remember, I'm Garrett, and I want to help you tell your story. Bye.